Bing, bada boom, bing, boom, bing, boom. Hello, welcome back. More Minecraft, more BedRock builds. We're going on another tour. I'm very, very excited for this one. This project, I can officially say, is 100% complete. And I haven't been able to say that about a build in probably a couple years. So that's very exciting for me. But let's just go. I'm so excited. So if I turn around, it should be right here. Wait a second. What? Where'd it go? I swear it was around here somewhere. Did I? Hang on. What? Oh, wait. Wait. What is this? Hang on a second. Huh. Yeah. That was all fluke. This is it. I didn't really think of how I wanted to make that transition, but I knew I wanted to play stupid at the beginning. So, welcome to my underground cave city. It's 100% completely finished, and I'm so proud of it. We're not going to be flying in this build. I think to maximize the full impact and effect of it, we have to walk this one. Because for the lighting in this cave, I based it off of the view from the walkways and not in the air. So, to really maximize our views here, we're going by foot. And welcome to the underground city. I'm obsessed with this build. I think it's amazing, personally. A lot of it is pretty simple, and I probably could have taken the time to put more detail in, but I'm really happy with where it's at. So, we're just gonna go. Yeah, so you walk in, you start on this incredible bridge. You got the city down there. And then there's even some city up here. So we'll start up there. So if you follow this path backwards, or I guess backwards would be back that way towards the exit. But heading back and then up and around, bring it around town. It brings you up here. You got this nice little kind of grassy area immediately up here. And then if you keep following the path, it takes you up to our first lovely house. The thing is, though, with these houses is you can't really go inside of them because of how I did the windows. This one you can go inside of because it's bigger, but some of these houses are pretty much just pure honey block on the inside. This is a window technique that I kind of was inspired by from Tango Tech in his Season 9 Hermitcraft starter base. So go check that out for the original, I guess. But then across this bridge leads to a little spooky area. My cousin Cosmic, he built this section. So props to him for the little spooky section. Yeah, but something that helps me a lot with builds is coming up with kind of a storyline or a plot or something along those lines to kind of help drive the inspiration behind the build. So the whole idea of this is obviously there's a barren desert above this, and so people couldn't survive and they couldn't make it up in the barren desert, so they fled underground to where it was cooler and there was water, and they just set up their city down here instead. So that's kind of the inspiration for this. And then I wanted to kind of structure it like a kind of more logical city. So kind of out here on the edges, you have kind of your rural areas, your farms, your suburb, your farms. So this guy's this guy's a pumpkin and a melon farmer, and then he also owns this barn over here with some mushrooms in it. Yep, so that's this guy's property. And then over here we have the fisherman's house. I really like how this house turned out. I think it's very whimsical and kind of spunky. And then over here is all the little ponds that he fishes in. And I intentionally tried to keep the cave as dark as possible. I wanted it to feel cavey. I wanted it to be a little spooky, especially out here on the edges. I am gonna fly for one thing really fast though, and it's because I need to show you guys this. My cousin Cosmic, again, he built this spiral staircase, or he did the math for it, and figured out how to get the loops to intersect properly. But yeah, I think this is incredible. I'm obsessed with this staircase. Obsessed. So heading back on our way, heading down, one of my favorite things about this build is all the different like intersecting and just converging pathways that we got going. So you'll see over here, you are left with kind of 4 different options. So you can either go up, you can go back, or you can go around. We're gonna start by going down and around, continue in kind of the rural countryside, if you will. So you got a massive wheat farm down here. This is the owner of the wheat farm. It's Farmer Joe's house. And then back here we have kind of a small town, little market area. So you got just tons of different little buildings and shops and different things. And the further back you go, the kind of sketchier it's supposed to feel. And this goes with the cave as well. So the further down here you go, the kind of spookier and sketchier it's supposed to feel. So the little underground fishing lake is kept pretty dark, and then these little stalls, you have more of a little kind of marketplace town thing going on down here. But then the real spooks are over here in this hidden little farmer's market. Cat hair in my mouth. So you start here at the beginning, you got like a nice little flower shop, you got a little pop-up blacksmith, a little food market, some armor, but then it starts, and then you got your fisherman, and then you got like whatever this is, it's a little ominous looking. Then you got this, it's also a little ominous looking, and there's like this weird mystery cave back here, and if you make your deal right with these guys, they'll bring you down here, and down and around, and oh, another mortal. Yeah, there's nothing in the nether. I never got to that portion of the build. It's just to add some lore, and I always like the concept of an undercity, so I always try to find a way to sneak something in there. It was not fully developed. It was like one of the last things that I just kind of threw in. Yeah, but that's that area, and then heading back up and around. This is where things maybe get a little interesting. I gotta decide which way I want to take you guys. Down and up and back around, or up and down and back around? We're already down, so we'll just go down and then up and then back around. So then, once you kind of get away from this little intersection mess, you get into the kind of the suburbs. So the houses start getting a little closer together, a little more stacked, and They don't really have any farms or anything attached to them. You run back and around, there's another little house back there. Nothing crazy. And then here in kind of the heart of the cave, the main city, the base is just a huge lake. So this is where the city gets all of their water from. And then heading down this staircase, you enter the main city. So you got a kind of fun little beach here that leads into the lake, and then back here you've got your main city built up and into the caves next to this main lake cavern. So a fun little, I guess, kind of clock tower. But here's kind of my example of, like, because of how I did the windows, a lot of these buildings can't be used. This is kind of supposed to be another little market area. I don't know. But yeah, you just got a ton of little different buildings just kind of squished in here and molded to the cave. One of my favorite things to do in Minecraft is to just kind of adapt to the terrain that you're given. I think it poses a fun and creative challenge. And then you got your sketchy little kind of alleyway that is like, what's back there? I don't know. And then you got more buildings up here. A little secret amethyst crystal that you can go in. Maybe it's like a speakeasy or something, I don't know. I don't really like interiors, so I didn't think about any of them. But this just goes back to a bridge that goes over another river. That goes up in a couple little switchbacks here that leads up into the next section of the city. But we're not gonna, we'll come back here. We'll come back. Because there's other parts of the main city that we gotta look at before we go over there. So if we head back down and around and then up, it's kind of a confusing city, and some of the little staircases get a little janky looking, but then you're brought up to kind of the next level of the city, and then if you keep going, the city just continues up and up and up and through this huge cave. You got even more here, and just tons of buildings. And then, man, this place is hard to give a tour of. And then if you come up here, you got a kind of little hangout, just kind of platform where you can kind of just look over things, and more buildings. This is the last building. This is the highest building, at least in this section. So then if we come back down, yeah, let's go this way. And you go straight and then around. You end up on this kind of elevated bridge, and it wraps around this cliffside. And so then we're back here. This is the top of the switchback earlier that we were coming up. And you come up these stairs. More little switchbacks, and you're up on kind of the upper, kind of bougie part of the city. So these are your fancy houses. I didn't really connect them. So you'd have to parkour between the houses, but there's just more kind of structures up here. Yeah, that's the cliffside bridge that we were just on. We haven't gone across that bridge yet, but then you have your main city down there. Just the sightlines of this cave, I think, are what makes it so cool because all the builds honestly are pretty simple. There's not too much detail in them. But just when you add the lighting and then the different angles of the cave, like I think it really just makes everything pop a little bit in a very unique, interesting way. So like up here, you got your fancier houses. We'll go, we get a really good view from this bridge, so we'll go over there, which is just right here. Yeah, so you got a little like fancy spiral or circle house, and then you got that house. That one's my favorite. I think it's so pretty. I really like the one next to it too. The waterfall's blocking it, but yeah. But then you got another little house here, and so this is heading back kind of into the suburbs and the countryside. So you got this house here that was built on a platform between two kind of pillars and cliffs. And then over here you got kind of another fisherman's hut, so you gotta actually take a boat to get to that house on their little pond here. And then down here you just have one kind of built into this cliffside, and it's up on stilts. But now that we've walked the whole thing with kind of the moody lighting and stuff, I'll grab a potion of night vision and we'll fly around now and look at some of the other things here. I'll grab a bucket of milk just in case I change my mind. Oh, there it was. Yeah. So these are the little houses that are up here. They're really nothing crazy. Very simple, not too much detail. Just this whole build and whole kind of map, the whole intention was just vibes. It doesn't do anything. But these oh goodness, these two are definitely my favorite up here. But then this is our little switchback thing. I wanted to keep it kind of industrial looking, like all the bridges and things. I wanted them to be kind of heavy duty. So you got your anchors in the wall back here. You got anchors in the wall down here. And then same here. So like the bridge is anchored up here, and then it wraps around and it clasps under. So you're kind of using some physics here against the cliffside wall, since there's not really bottom brackets. Then you got your bridge and all the switchbacks up to the other bridges. Yeah, kind of the focus was vibes and then just having fun with roads. I just wanted to make crazy windy roads all over the place. And then you got this bridge, nice and industrial with your kind of A-frame structure here, and then your foundation around this pillar. But this is kind of the main city from the water. I feel like this is kind of the best view of it. And from down here, you can kind of see some of the paths snaking around up there if you know what you're looking at. It's the polished deep slate blocks up there, so those are more pathways to more buildings. And yeah. Trying to think. Go look at my cousin's little circle staircase thing again. It's incredible. Look at that thing. I could stare at it all day. I love this thing so much. It's so pretty. And like, it's so perfect. Like, if we come up here, because of the big beam in the middle, you can't really tell, but like, it is a perfect circle the whole way down. And the way, I don't know what kind of math he did to figure this out. We built this thing probably 2 years ago, but maybe longer. But yeah, and then just kind of the industrial structure of it, like, I love the copper blocks. They're some of my favorites. But then I just threw like a ton of detail in on this bridge. I don't really know what the point of that thing is down there, the little brackets. Oh, I think it's to hang these lights from. Okay, just kidding. I do know what that's for. But then you got all these ponds over here. Tons of landscaping, tons of waterfalls. A little kind of covered patio for him to do all of his fishing off of. I even made him a little boat. I don't think it's not my best work, but it works. Technically the first boat I've actually built in Minecraft outside of the ones that just naturally generate. And then using the new dried grass blocks to kind of add some color and texture to the wheat field down here, and a chicken. But yeah, I just love like all the different intersecting kind of windy paths, and I really, really like this build. I think it turned out really incredible. Just kind of a quick fly through here, and then we'll head back out and kind of show you more of the entrance a little bit now that I'm not acting. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I don't really know what to say too much about the entrance little pathway, other than the intention was just fun spinny spirals and different things, and working kind of with the cave instead of doing a ton of terraforming. But keeping it kind of dark, kind of mysterious. I didn't want it to jut out too much, so keeping it kind of around the edges. And then I wanted it to be hidden. I don't know what my thing is with like hidden entrances to my builds, but I like doing hidden entrances. I think they're fun. So, yeah, that was that build. I'm really proud of it. I'm really obsessed with it. I think it turned out incredible. There's honestly not much I would change about it. I would only want to expand upon it, so expand into the nether and kind of this undercity concept that I came up with there at the very end of my building spree, and maybe adding more details to the little kind of marketplaces and towns. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a subscribe button, and to entice you a little bit, there is a ton more of this is coming, and it's going to get bigger, it's going to get better, and quality is going to go up significantly here in the next couple weeks. So stick around. If you liked what you saw, more is on the way. And then also, if you liked what you saw, a comment and a like would be greatly appreciated. The YouTube algorithm really boosts your content significantly more when people are interacting with it. So the more you guys love on my channel, the more it'll boost my channel, and then the closer I am to doing this full time. Kind of. There's some complications in there, but yeah, I appreciate all the love and support, and I've already gotten light years further than I ever thought I was going to, so keep it up. I love you guys. I'm only here because of you. And I'm so excited for this journey. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and God loves you. He sees you. He wants to go through what you're going through with you, so just reach out and he'll be there. I promise. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.